Hey guys, I am out on my fun day, Saturday. Decided to go check out the Bulletproof coffee store and have me some Bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee is just with butter in it, basically, or ghee, or XCT oil. It just helps for brain activity, and there's a whole science behind it. Picked up a book by Dave Asprey, the guy who thought of the bulletproof coffee diet, or bulletproof diet, whatever you call it. And I couldn't put the book down. It was so good. And I realized actually Cafe Gratitude was just around the corner, and I had lunch there. And basically, I'm feeling so good. And not the high good, not the giddy good, not the real calm, whole, fulfilled kind of good. And what I've noticed is throughout the day, I've had these little nuances, or little kind of like, why do I feel so good? Something's wrong, Something must be wrong. This can't last for too long, because if I feel good for too long, then something bad's gonna happen. And it made me realize, why is it that every time we feel good, it's almost like we're checking, looking for that familiar feeling of discomfort and rethinking about our problems, about whatever they may be, money, job, relationship, whatever. And then it's like, oh, okay, there they are. There's my problems. Now I feel good again. We don't even know what it means to feel good. We think that feeling good is actually just feeling familiar, feeling like we're in that place that we're so used to being, that place of worry, that place of stress. And then I was like, so what is, I've been really curious about the way that I think lately, and what I feel. Not even like out of I need to change it, just really curious. What does that mean? What does that mean? That there's this nagging, negative scavenger hunt in me that says, we feel really good right now. Let's remember our problems for a second. Because apparently in the past, when we've felt this good, it usually leads to disappointment. And we have to be on guard. And in order to be on guard, I have to go to my comfort zone. What is my comfort zone? My comfort zone is discomfort. My comfort zone is discomfort. So let me remember what I've been worrying about all along, because if I don't keep track of my problems and think about how to overcome them at every given moment, then they might win. And then think about that kind of pattern, and you say, well, what has thinking about my problems, overly thinking them and keeping track of them, ever solved any of them? Have I ever gotten anywhere with that way of dealing with them? I mean, it's so mind-boggling. And then that raises another question. Maybe I don't feel am I allowed to feel good just for no reason? And again, I'm not on a high, not on a high, everything's perfect, just content, just not striving, not trying to make things happen. Really clear, and I feel a separation between my ego and the higher self that's been calling me to take action and change my life and follow my dreams. The higher self that is just Every time I go and for example, I just bought a book that costs I bought the book that I was reading because I was in the coffee shop for like 2 hours. I'm like, shit, there's a lot of really good stuff. The book is called the book is called Headstrong by Dave Asprey. If you're into health and learning how the food affects the body, you'll really like this book. Dave Asprey is a fucking genius. I bought this book and it was $27. And he told me that, I'm like, damn, like that's a lot of money. And I said, yeah, it was expensive, but that book is worth $27 to me. And just in that small little, decision to go against that fear that says, oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but I really want it, and I really like it. And I just kind of recognize that fear for what it is, an old belief. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're not afraid of, I'm not afraid of my money running out. I'm not afraid of, that's just a survival mechanism to keep you safe. Or in other words, unhappy. Not that buying books that cost $27 gives me happiness, but just recognizing every thought process for what it is and not giving it so much fucking power over us is huge. It's monumental. Next time you're in a situation where you feel fear, just get curious. Curious is a word that I think I heard Kyle use. And it's a great way to rewire your thinking, Start getting curious about your fears. They're not that scary, I promise you. Not being afraid of being afraid is my greatest weapon right now. I'm just welcoming it all. That's what I got today. Peace, guys.